Well, hello, guys and gals, and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today, we're going to be looking at some more coupons from Harbor Freight because the parking lot sale is over. But before we get into these coupons, I want you to give me your opinion and tell me what you guys got at the parking lot sale. Tell me what you got, tell me what you were not able to got, and tell me whatever you wanted but wasn't available, whatever the case may be. I'm always curious what you guys are shopping for because that way I can keep an eye out for it and tell you guys exactly when something is a better deal or not a better deal when they come up on these coupons. So tell me if you found what you liked or didn't like or found stuff out of stock, whatever the case may be. Be sure to comment down below, and that way we all learn from it and know exactly what experience you had. Anyway, so the parking lot sale is over. It happened over this past weekend. So now we have to look at to the future and find out what other coupons Harbor Freight has posted for you guys. So today we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight June 2025 super coupons, and these coupons are all good until the end of the month. As we go through it, I'll tell you all about it. But if you want to find these coupons, they're available at my website under the Extras tab. There's the domain right there. Type that into your browser under the Extras tab. You can find this and all the other great coupons from Harbor Freight throughout the entire year. I try to keep you guys updated and post everything that comes up new for Harbor Freight just as it comes up, just like these coupons that came out today. So let's take a look and see if there's anything good in here that you might be interested in. So we start off here looking at the Hallmaster 1,000 pound capacity, 1.5 inch by 10 foot ratcheting tie downs. If you want some tie downs, here you go. There's one that you can get for $4. Normally 7, so you save a couple of bucks there. And it is only apparently one tie down. So if you're looking for multiples, I would suggest checking out some of the bundles that they have because you can get some bundles where they come in a pack of 4 and they might be a better price instead of buying 4 of these individual ones. So just consider that before you make the decision which one to buy. And then you have a 2,000 watt super quiet inverter generator that you can get from Predator for $450 right now. Normally $600, so you save yourself $150. And all these coupons, I should point out, are good until the 29th of June, so all the way until the end of the month. And how about if you're looking for a gas-powered earth auger? Well, Predator has on offer right now this gas-powered earth auger for $200. Normally $225, so you save yourself $25. But I'll tell you, again, from experience, I don't think this is that good a deal. I already have experience using the Vevor earth auger, and I'll tell you, actually, after using it, that thing is a beast. It is really a great little earth auger, and it's cheaper than this one. And I'll point out a couple of things from using it that you should bear in mind. If you've never used one and you plan on getting one, here's something that you should consider. First of all, this one and the one from Vevor are pretty much the same as far as specifications go, horsepower, all that kind of stuff. The Vevor one gives you a longer warranty. This is only 90 days. Vevor is 1 year. The Vevor one is cheaper. And here's the kicker. The Vevor one comes with 2 different augers. It comes with a 10-inch, I believe, and an 8-inch, something like that. The Harbor Freight one only brings you a 6-incher. And I'll tell you, if you're digging posts for fences and all that kind of stuff, when you're using the big one, it gives you a really nice clean hole that you're digging for the post. And it's a perfect dimension to give you enough for the post and some concrete to go around it. Very, very good. But the only problem is the bigger one has a lot more drag to it. So sometimes if you hit rocks or roots or piping or something like that, it'll make it a whole lot harder on you to get through it. So what I have found beneficial is you may start off with the big one, then dig down with the little one, and then just cave it all in using like a post hole digger or something like that. Makes it a whole lot easier to dig a really deep hole, and you don't have to dig with the stress and strain of that really big auger all the way down. So that's a little tip for you that I've learned from actually using this machine. That's a much better way to get your holes dug. Quick, easy, efficient, and it doesn't break your back. Check out the review that I did for the earth auger from Vevor. I'll put up a link in the corner. You can go check that out and then make your decision from there. And let's see, how about if you need some ratcheting jack stands? Here you go from Daytona, the 3-ton heavy-duty ratcheting jack stands for $30, normally $50, so you save yourself about $20 right there. And these guys come now in 8 different colors: black, yellow, green, orange, blue, purple, red, and gray. And if you're looking for a liquid transfer pump, there you can get this battery operated guy for $750, normally $1350. So that's quite a few bucks you save on that guy. And if you're looking for another inverter generator, you can get this 3500 from Predator $700 right now, normally 800. Save yourself $100. How about the Braun 500 lumens LED rechargeable magnetic handheld foldable slim bar work light? You can get this guy right now for $24. And this guy was not on the parking lot sale, which they put it quite often on the parking lot sale. But this last time, it was lacking. So if you want to get this guy, now's your chance to get it. So $24 right now, normally 30, so you save about $6. And let's see, how about a chipper shredder? You can get this guy from Predator, 6.5 horsepower, 212cc chipper shredder, $480 right now, normally 600. Save yourself $120. And how about this guy right here, which is very popular, the Franklin 36x24 two-shelf utility cart, $110 right now, normally $130. Save yourself $20. Or here you go if you want a little portable compressor from McGraw, the 6-gallon 150 psi oil-free pancake job site air compressor for $110. Normally $130, so you save yourself $20. And this guy right here, if you're looking for a work center hutch, the 56x22-inch work center hutch from US General, you can get this guy right now for $470, normally $500, so you save yourself $30. And it also comes in 8 colors: black, blue, green, orange, yellow, red, white, and gray. And some people have been saying that the slate gray is going to go away. That's incorrect. I don't think so. When they add colors, they have no reason to take away the ones that they already have there. It's just that they're having a stocking problem with a lot of these different items from US General. Is it the tariffs? Is it something else? Is it Harbor Freight playing games? I really couldn't tell you. But they are having some stocking issues where in some places you can't find the item in the color that you want. So just bear that in mind, and if you do see it at the right time, be sure to grab it because you never know what's going to be coming up later on. And if you're looking for a pressure washer, here you go with the Portland 1750 PSI 1.3 gallon per minute corded electric pressure washer for $80, normally $90, so you save yourself about $10. You know, $80 is not a bad price. I mean, the cheapest I've seen is like around $74, $75. So if you wait for another sale, it could go down a little cheaper, but if you want to get it now, it's only like a $4 or $5 difference, so totally up to you. And let's see, how about this guy right here, the anti-fatigue foam mat, a 4-pack for $9. If you're going to be standing around a lot, these guys do come in handy. $10 normally, save yourself a couple of bucks there. Or this guy right here, the Pittsburgh titanium nitride coated alloy steel tap and die set, 45 pieces for $70. Comes in SAE or metric. $70 right now, normally $90. Save yourself about $20 there. And I've never used this particular set, but I did try a tap and die set from Harbor Freight a couple years ago, and I had terrible results with it. If you guys have used this set and have anything positive or negative to say about it, feel free to comment down below, but I don't know how good their tap and die sets are. I found the one that I tried, which I had to return, the metal was too soft. It would not bite into a piece of metal that I was trying to put some threads on it. So it was pretty much useless to me. It didn't do the job it was intended to do. So just pointing that out in case you want to know. And how about here if you want a 1500 watt steam cleaning machine for $100 from Central Machinery, normally $130, so you save yourself $30 right now. And summer is ramping up, at least where I am. It's in the 90s already. I don't know about the rest of you guys throughout the country, but it's already in the 90s. It really went from cool to super hot overnight. So if you want a fan to keep you cool, here you go with the Central Machinery 20-inch 3-speed high-velocity fan for $50, normally $60. Save yourself $10 right now. Or this guy right here, the Bauer 20-volt cordless 18-gauge brad nailer, tool only for $80, normally $100. Save yourself $20 right now. And do keep in mind it is tool only, so you need to buy the battery and charger separately if you're not already in the Bauer family. So I will point out as well that I've gotten one of these guys from Amazon, and on Amazon, generally for $80, you can get yourself pretty much the same nailer with a different name on it, and those generally come with the battery and charger already included, so it is a better value. So shop and compare before you decide which one to get. Amazon does have a lot of great deals. And same as this guy right here, I always like to point this out. The Pittsburgh Brake Bleeder and Vacuum Pump Kit for 20 bucks, normally 26, so you save yourself about 6-7 bucks there. And it's not a bad little kit, but keep in mind, it comes loose just the way you see it right there. It doesn't come with any case for you to keep it in. Normally what I tell people to do is check out eBay or Amazon, because on eBay or Amazon you can get the same thing for about the same price, sometimes cheaper. I've seen them as low as 17 bucks. And they do come with a blow molded case, so it's easy to keep everything stored away and you don't lose all these little connectors, which loose like this, you're going to wind up losing all those connectors and you're going to regret it. And for you icon guys, here you go with a 3/4 inch drive, 100 to 600 foot-pound professional click type torque wrench for 350 bucks right now, normally 400. Save yourself 50 bucks. And let's see, what else do we have? How about a premium air hose? From Merlin, the 3/8 by 50 foot premium air hose, 33 bucks right now, normally 38. Save yourself a couple of bucks there. And the Warrior Security Bit Set with a case, 100 pieces for 8 bucks. This is a good little kit that I always recommend because it brings pretty much every security bit you're ever going to run into. The only drawback is that they are short, so the screws that you're trying to get into have to be shallow enough for you to be able to use these guys, or the hole has to be big enough to use an extension to get them down in there. Aside from that, it is a nice little kit. I have one of these guys and it's come in handy many times. So 8 bucks right now, normally 10, save a couple of bucks. And if you're looking for a cordless ratchet, here you go from Bauer, the 20 volt cordless ratchet, 3/8 inch drive, tool only for 50 bucks. Normally 60, save about 10 bucks there. And that's why it looks really cheap. 50 bucks sounds pretty cheap because it doesn't bring the battery or charger included. Like I said, on Amazon, you can get one of these guys for like 80 bucks, but that already includes the battery and the charger, sometimes a couple of batteries with it. So do your own comparison, see which one works out better for you. And how about here? How about if you need a dual temperature heat gun? Here you go with the Bauer 1600 watt 12 amp 14 temperature dual speed heat gun. You can really dial in that temperature to exactly what you want. You can get this guy right now for 28 bucks, normally 35, so you save a few bucks there. And let's see, how about some cutoff wheels from Bauer, the 4.5 inch cutoff wheels, a 10-pack, the metal cutoff wheels, so they're for metal. 6 bucks for this 10-pack right now, normally 8 bucks, so that's about 60 cents a piece. That's not too bad, but they are going up because before you used to be able to get them as low as like 40 cents a piece, so everything keeps going up. And for you guys that like Hercules, here you go with the Cobalt Step drill bit set from Hercules for 35 bucks, normally 50, so you save yourself a few dollars there. And a lid for your bucket, because even though Harbor Freight does give you a free bucket sometimes, it doesn't come with a lid. So if you want a lid for your bucket, there you go, 2 bucks right there for your Harbor Freight 5-gallon bucket. 2 bucks, normally 3 bucks for the lid, which is kind of crazy price. But anyway, save yourself $1 right there. But again, guys, here's another free little money-saving tip from your buddy here at Modern DIY. If you're going to be doing any kind of painting and you buy yourself some paint in a 5-gallon bucket, when you're done with all the paint, don't throw away the bucket. Clean it up and you got yourself a nice free bucket. It's the same bucket. All you're doing is once you use up the paint, you clean it up. Latex is super easy to clean. Just hose it off and you're done. Oil-based is a little bit more complicated, and those generally come in a metal bucket. That's what I've always done. I don't buy buckets. I don't even get them for free. I just keep the buckets from all the painting that I do over the years. 5-gallon bucket comes in handy, regardless if it says Harbor Freight, Home Depot, or Behr Paint on the side. It doesn't really matter. So there you go. And before we get too far into this video, how about you do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already? That way you stay informed every time I make one of these money-saving videos for Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Amazon, Lowe's, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Saving money, that's what we're all about here. So that's the way I keep you guys informed and I keep more money in your wallet. Thanks for doing that, and let's move along. And if you're looking for a spray gun, here you go from Central Pneumatic, the 32-ounce siphon feed spray gun for 27 bucks, normally 40. Save yourself a few bucks there. Or how about a flare nut wrench from Quinn, 5 pieces, your choice, SAE or metric, 33 bucks right now, normally 40. Save yourself about 7 bucks there. And let's see, what else do we have? How about some sanding paper from Bauer, the 3x21" sanding belts with zirconia alumina grain, a 3-pack for $5, normally 8, so that's about half price right there. Comes in 36, 50, 80, and 120 grit. And I always point out, guys, I've tried sanding paper from Harbor Freight before, and they generally clog up and wear out super quick. So they may be a little cheaper than the stuff you get at Lowe's or Home Depot, but they do wear out a lot faster, so you go through it more. And how about some crimping tools from Doyle with a lifetime warranty? 9.5-inch wire crimping tool for $13, normally 15. Save yourself a couple of bucks there. Or a rather expensive tote from Hercules, 17-inch tool tote with 19 pockets for $28, normally 37. Wow, that's pricey. So you save yourself about 24% off on that guy. And let's see, how about if you want to do a little bit of organizing in your toolbox? The US General magnetic socket rail with twist lock. Your choice right now, 1/4, 3/8, or 1/2 for $15, normally 18. Save about $3 or $4 there. Or if you want some different step drills, here you go from Bauer, the black oxide step drill set. You can get these guys for $15, normally 20. Save yourself about $5 there. Or a jumbo pry bar, 36-inch jumbo pry bar from Pittsburgh. $15 right now, normally 18. Save yourself about $3 or $4 there. Or if you need to do a little bit digging, chiseling, or whatever you need to do, the Warrior SDS Plus type masonry flat chisel set, 3 pieces for $15 right now, normally 20. Save yourself about $5 there. Or if you want a little inexpensive light, here you go from Braun, the 750 lumens LED portable work light with rotating handle. You can get this guy for $10 right now, normally 15. Save yourself about $5 there. All right, so that's basically all the super coupons that we have in this video, but now we go on to the instant savings coupons. For these guys, you don't even need a coupon. That's just the price you get whenever you take the stuff to the register. And these guys are all good until the middle of August, so you got plenty of time with these instant savings coupons. And we start off here looking at some shop towels from Grants. You can get the 14x13 50-pack of shop towels for $10, normally 14, so you save yourself about $3 or $4 there. They come in red or white. I prefer the white because I've had a bad experience with the red dye bleeding off on me when I've used these towels before. But some of you guys say that the red dye is better quality now and it's not bleeding off. I haven't tried them. I just generally stick with the white, and it's easier to see how dirty your towel is when it's white as well. And you get to make out what you're cleaning up. Is it oil, transmission fluid? What are you cleaning? So I just generally prefer the white. It tends to help better. So there you go. My favorite is the white. You pick the one you like the best. How about if you're looking for a fully polished combination wrench set? 9 pieces from Pittsburgh for only $8. That is under $1 a piece. That is pretty good. Normally $10. Save yourself a couple of bucks there. Some really inexpensive wrenches. And if you need some jumper cables, some 12-foot 10-gauge jumper cables from Pittsburgh again. $9. That's not a bad little price. Normally $11, so you save a couple of bucks there. Or if you need the ammo can, the 50 caliber metal ammo can, $12 right now, normally 18, so you save yourself about $6 right there. And one of these little butane micro torches for $12, normally 15. There you go, save a couple of bucks there. Or here you go, another one from the Hallmaster, the 1,000-pound capacity, 1.5-inch by 10-foot ratcheting tie-down straps. Here is a 4-pack, where if you don't want to get that $4 one that was one by itself, you can get this 4-pack here for $20. Normally 27, so you save a few bucks there. But in this case, this one does look to be a little bit more expensive than buying it individually. So sometimes, that's why I tell you guys, do a little bit of comparison, because in this case, if you buy 4 of the other ones, it comes out to be like $16. You're buying this set with 4 in it, you're actually paying more. So that's why I said they have a lot of different ratcheting tie downs to pick from. Pick the one that works best for you. This happens to be the 1000. I know they have a 600, a 700, etc. Pick the one that you need for your project. And here you go with a different set of wrenches. Here you go again with the ratcheting combination wrench set. 7 pieces for $20 from Pittsburgh again. SAE or metric. $20 right now, normally 29, so you save yourself about $10 right there. And if you need a 50-foot extension cord, 50-foot 12x3 gauge outdoor extension, $35 right now, normally 40, save a few bucks there. And if you want a blower, here you go from Bauer, 12 amp, 150 mile per hour, 805 CFM electric jet fan blower, 65 bucks right now, normally 77, so it's about 10 bucks you save. And this one, you don't need to worry about batteries. It's a plug-in, so that's it. What you pay is what you get. It's ready to go. And these guys right here, the detailed brush set, 6 pieces for $2.29. Normally 3 bucks, so you save yourself a whopping 80 cents right there. But these guys are not bad. I got a bunch of these guys when they were freebies, and they do come in handy for cleaning all sorts of stuff like, rust and dirt and grime and built up stuff. They do work for stuff like that. For welding, sometimes they're okay. They do sell some better quality ones if you needed to clean up some welding. So just keep that in mind. But if you need some cheapy ones, it does bring a steel, a brass, and a nylon in the 2 sizes, large and small. So you can pick the one that works best for your project. And let's see, here's another rubber air hose from Merlin, 3/8 by 50 footer rubber air hose for 20 bucks, normally 23. Save about 3 or 4 bucks right there. And here's a different ratcheting tie down. Again, this one seems to be a little bit more expensive, but it does appear to be maybe a little bit longer. 833 pound, 2-inch by 20 footer. So it is wider and possibly longer for 10 bucks. Normally 14. So there you go. Save a few bucks on that guy right there. All right, guys, that's all the coupons that we have going on right now at Harbor Freight throughout the end of June. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.